An important thing to remember as you are healing from codependency is that it is okay and it is good for you to focus on yourself. If you learn to be codependent, you are an expert at focusing on the other person in the relationship. You are always looking at what mood are they in, how are they feeling, what do they need, what do they want, making things easy and comfortable for them, and anticipating their needs long before they even ask. You know how to provide that, and you are there. But sometimes, while you are good at giving, you forget about giving to yourself, and you feel guilty or selfish for focusing on yourself at all. You learned growing up that, perhaps from a parent or whoever it was that raised you, you can't have you and have me too. You learned from a young age through a number of different lessons and situations that you had to choose. Stay true to myself or abandon myself and be loved or approved of or included in the family unit. And so from that very young age, you learned how to please, how to give, and to, no matter what the cost, to make sure that that other person was happy. You learned that you were responsible for someone else's happiness. But in the meantime, there was you who did not get to develop yourself. You didn't get to be with yourself because your focus was always on the external. And so now as you're healing this, what we have to remember is it is okay to focus on you and to take that responsibility for your happiness. It is okay to not be so hyper-focused on somebody else and let them take responsibility for themselves, while you tend to what you need, what you want, what will make you happy, what will make you feel fulfilled, and that you can have you and you can have somebody else too. And in a healthy relationship, any kind of relationship, with siblings, with friends, with a partner, oftentimes what we learned is if I just pay really, really good attention to what that other person needs, and I act perfectly, and I give them what they need when they want it, and have it ready even before they ask, and I even take on their problems, and I want them to know that there is a way to do this and they can be happier. They can do it, and you take it upon yourself. Okay? Does any of what I said sound familiar? You want to be the one to show them that whatever the situation is, it can work out, that it can be happy, that there's another way, that they can face the fear, and you'll be there with them. And so you take on more work, more responsibility, more of that burden that isn't yours, because you want to make them happy. And when they're happy, it'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel happy. And sometimes this harkens back to what was learned in childhood. If I make other people happy, then I'm safe. Then there will be some calm in the house. Then I'll feel okay. Then I'll feel good. Then I'll be accepted. As you go through your journey, and if you are in that situation, ask yourself this question. If you were to let go of whatever problem it is that you are trying to solve for someone, or whatever situation that you feel like you are kind of taking on everything and you are pulling them uphill, if you are able to say, you know what? It's not my problem. It's theirs. If they want assistance or support, I can give that, but I'm not going to take it on as if it's my own. And I'm going to step back and let them take care of it. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my own stuff and worry about my own problems. Can you do that? Or does the very mention of those questions make you uncomfortable? And if it does, that's okay, because that's where you are right now. But understand that if you walk away and say, I'm going to ease up and let them take responsibility for their stuff, and I can give them support, that's fine, but it's not mine. Liberate yourself and free yourself and let things be. We're so concerned with having things be nice and people getting along and people being happy and us pleasing. The only thing you really have to do is be you fearlessly. It sounds simple, and for some people it is simple. But when you have a background with abuse or with learning, growing up with a narcissistic parent, it's not easy. It takes years and decades for you to come into you and come back, reclaim that power that is there. The only thing you have to do is be you. Fully embrace the beauty of who you are. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to please. You don't have to take responsibility for other people. You simply just have to be you, and that's it. So I'll wrap up here. I hope that helps remind you that this is a process. This takes time, and this stuff is really, really deep. But we can begin to take some small steps towards healing and reparenting ourselves. Sending you lots and lots of love and a big hug, and I'll see you in the next video.